The start of a new school year is an emotional roller coaster. You might be doing the salsa in the living room because your child is finally back in school. I'll just say it, it's your break. At the same time, fall also signals big changes that can come with some big behaviors. Whatever your feelings toward back to school, we want to help you and your kids prepare for success. Let's explore 6 strategies that will allow the entire family to head back to school with confidence. There tend to be 2 primary factors that play into a parent's feelings about starting school: their own history at school and their child's previous school experiences. What comes to mind when you think back to your days in the classroom? Did you feel like you had friends and fit in socially? Did you have good teachers who made learning enjoyable? Were you active in any groups, clubs, or teams outside of school? If the answer is no to any of these, you may find some of those long buried feelings of unease, frustration, isolation, or boredom influence your expectations for your child. Or maybe last year didn't go smoothly for your child. Perhaps you cringe thinking back on the many phone calls you received from the teacher and principal last year, not to mention the after-school meetings. Maybe homework became a nightly battle both you and your child dreaded. Maybe a disability or fear-based behaviors made it hard for them to learn in the classroom or relate to their peers. And let's not forget our homeschool parents who feel the weight of their children's behaviors and education, both as parents and teachers. School, whichever journey you choose for your kids, has its challenges. Here are a few practical ways to help prepare your child and yourself for the school year ahead. Your first strategy is to take a school tour. Change can prove stressful for children who've experienced trauma. Add to that the pressure to navigate new surroundings, make new friends, learn new rules, and trust new adults. Before school begins, take some time to show your child around their school, pointing out where they'll keep their things, where they'll eat lunch, where their classes are, and where to find a bathroom at each location. This is especially helpful for kids who are starting a new school. An extra step I recommend is walking them through the school in the order they'll go through each day. Start at their locker and practice unlocking it until they're comfortable. Go from classroom to classroom according to their daily schedule. Let them explore the gym, library, auditorium, and other places they'll go for electives and special events. Your second strategy is to meet their teachers. Some schools have a back-to-school social for this purpose, but there may not be much time for one-on-one conversation that will help your child feel safe with these new adults. That's why it may be helpful to request a specific time for you and your child to meet all their teachers, counselors, and coaches before they get into the classroom. During this meeting, talk to the school counselor about any extra resources available for your child and how the child can visit with them when needed. This is also a good time to chat with teachers about classroom expectations and to share any special needs your child has. Darren Jones with the Karen Purvis Institute of Child Development said he once took MRI images of 2 brains to show his child's teacher. The images showed a healthy brain and a brain that had experienced abuse and neglect side by side, displaying visible differences between the two. This helped the teacher better understand his child and his needs. You might consider sharing this visual with your child's teacher to help them understand the needs behind your child's behavior. Your third strategy is to practice school skills at home. A good example of this might be a mock school lunch. You can set a timer that will help your child get used to eating within that window. You might practice going through the lunch line, help them master the art of opening a fruit cup, and model cleaning off their lunch tray. Another important habit your child should learn is drinking water throughout the day. Hydration is vital for learning. I suggest buying cheap water bottles in case they get lost or forgotten. For older kids, this might be their first time learning a class schedule or keeping up with assignments. Try practicing the transition from class to class with a bell. Get your child a planner so they can practice writing down assignments and have visual reminders of the day's schedule. Children from hard places may also need help understanding and practicing things like personal space and boundaries. This might look like raising their hand before asking a question or giving others space when walking in a line. Hugs and roughhousing might be fine at home, but maybe not with friends and teachers. Teach your child to always ask before touching others at school. Your fourth strategy is teaching your child to self-advocate. Struggles and conflict will arise throughout your child's school career. The best thing you can do for them is to model how to kindly and respectfully ask for what they need. Talk with your child about the importance of communicating their needs with their teachers. While you may want to avoid labeling your child out of concern, sharing relevant diagnoses and medications can help the school accommodate your child's unique needs. It will also be easier for your child to advocate for themselves when they know what help is available. Your child's level of development will also play into how they advocate for themselves. If the child is struggling with a peer at school, try role-playing through a helpful conversation your child can have with that peer. Or if your child is struggling in the classroom, you might brainstorm ways that they can ask the teacher or counselor for help. Practice the ask together to ensure your child can use appropriate language and a respectful tone. Encourage your child to work through these scenarios themselves, but then follow up with adults on their behalf. This way, you can find out if your child's needs were met, if they felt heard, and if their means of resolution worked for them. When you do talk with teachers, principal, or other parents, be sure to let your child know the intention for the conversation and what you plan to say. This will help increase trust and develop their ability to have hard conversations themselves. Your fifth strategy is making time to decompress. School tends to drain kids of both their physical and mental energy. They will have very little stamina left by the last bell, and home is their safe place to relax and recharge. Empower their minds and bodies to get through the rest of the day by providing snacks, water, and space after school. Talking with your child about the purpose of this break can help them recognize their triggers and listen to their bodies. One way to provide a safe space for your child to recharge is to make sure there are no overstimulating sounds, smells, or lights in the home. Bringing them into a calm, sensory-controlled environment will signal to their brains that it is safe to let their bodies relax. Your child needs this time to regulate their body and mind before you ask anything else of them. This includes extracurriculars, homework, chores, or errands. And I know, sometimes the schedule is too tight to allow your child to fully wind down. Even taking 20 minutes to listen to calming music, eat a snack, and rest their brain is better than nothing. This break will recharge and ready your child to engage with the family and prepare for the evening transitions. The sixth and final strategy is creating consistent routines. A consistent morning and evening routine will help eliminate frantic late-night store runs and early morning searches for that one missing shoe. These routines can include a quick family cleanup of high-traffic areas in the house after dinner, putting all backpacks, shoes, coats, and winter gear in their places before bed, choosing and laying out the next day's outfit, checking homework and reading any letters or notes from teachers. Knowing what to expect and what is expected can help calm your child's anxiety, setting them up for better sleep and success at school. Routines take the guesswork out of mornings and evenings, allowing the whole family to start and end the day well. The most important thing to remember about sending your child back to school is that every child's needs and experience will be different year to year. Work with your child to help them feel prepared for a new year by touring their school, meeting their teachers, practicing school skills at home, and teaching them to self-advocate. Then, make sure you both have time to decompress at the end of the day and ease your minds with consistent routines. You've got this, and so do your kids.